See, there's a heartbeat when we live with the heart. And while in Desert Storm, my unit, like I said, I was a forward observer, so we were right on the front line. And I was attached out to infantry. As a matter of fact, I was attached out to the scouts. And we were in a heavy armored unit. So I had tanks on my side and Bradley fighting vehicles on my side. And there was about 100 hours of pretty intense fighting. After that kind of cut off. We were just in the desert guarding things. But during one night battle, my friend's tank, which was about 200 yards to my left, was hit. And you know, we can't just leave lanes in a battlefield. You have to follow your lanes. We saw it get hit. We didn't know at the time, but it was hit by friendly fire. It wasn't hit by an Iraqi tank. It was hit by an Apache helicopter. And we heard the whole radio conversation taking place. But we had to keep moving forward. We didn't know it at the time, but our friend Felix, his vehicle, he was a forward observer as well, saw this and was able to stop and go help these people in the Bradley vehicle. I don't know if you've ever heard of a Sabo round. It was a nuclear uranium tipped round, and when it hit the Bradley vehicle, flames went up everywhere. My friend and his friend left that vehicle, and they started toward this fire. And they went up, and they could barely get to it. My friend's face started burning. He was in his mop gear, and he was able to open the hatch and pull one of our friends out. My friend's name was Felix, and he was able to pull our friend Lewis out, and he pulled him to safety, but Lewis's body was burnt about 80%. And he could, if you ever want to smell flesh, but it's the worst smell you can imagine. And he pulled Lewis out, and then he started to go back, and he went back, and he pulled our friend Ryan out. Now Ryan was burnt as well, but legs had been blown off below the knees. And he pulled him out, and he put him on the ground. And then he started to go back again, and the Bradley vehicle went up. And it pretty much melted from that point. So 4 more people died in that vehicle that night. Now, Lewis and Ryan made it to the hospital in Frankfurt, Germany, just fine. Lewis decided, hey, I'm going to get over these burns, and I'm going to fight for something more. And he decided he would go home, and he became a lawyer, and he started being all in for helping people who were injured on the job. Lewis never became famous. Actually, he did. He was on Donahue because of that, the TV show Donahue. And he was on Donahue, but he used his injuries to go fight for something more and be all in his life. And he did it from the heart. Ryan never could get over his injuries. And within months of that ordeal, even though the doctor said he would recover, he never could see that his life was beneficial. And he ended up dying of his injuries because he just kind of gave up. He could have lived a great life. My mother was an amputee. She had lost her leg from being sick, and she just never gave up. She was very resilient in the things she did. Lewis went on to live a great life. He's still alive now. We keep up with each other on Facebook, and he's a successful lawyer in Arizona. He's changing lives right now because he fights for those who are in need. He's all in what he does. Ryan had that opportunity, but he never could see his worth. As people in the military, you've got to know your worth. You've got to find what you're all in about. Maybe